Just love when things work. When things work, you put them together, you get them working. Yeah, it's probably one of the best feelings in life. And next to Friday live streams, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And of course, we got El Fuego from the Pacific Northwest. He is back in action. And with that said, let's kick it off. We need the intro, not the outro. Tuning in tonight. You guys are awesome, and you know what? Yeah, I always forget to do something. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're all set. It's Friday. Let's go. Turned up to 11, and I was wondering why I sounded a little funky. I'm like, why do I sound extra loud? And that is why. Thank you, Kibo. Appreciate you. Just making sure you're watching. And got that fixed up. But I, it's always these different settings for the Discord so you guys can hear all the fancy stuff. And yeah, we do a lot of that. If you are not part of the Living Loud Andy Discord after party, check it out. Link in the About section. Appreciate you guys tuning in with me here tonight. You guys are awesome. Let's start off an entire new year of car audio, live streams, the whole nine. What are your guys' plans? I didn't have any New Year's resolutions other than, I don't know, to keep getting louder like we always do and to learn every day and just keep doing the same thing. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you, Cracker. Appreciate your support. And I know you guys can't make it in on every stream, but here you are tonight, and means a lot, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Eric, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Hello, everyone. Happy 2025. And there it goes. And there it goes. Thank you, Jake, with a $2 super chat. He's starting it off.
I got pennies.
You know, if you ain't clipping, you're tripping, man. And yeah, I did happen to forget about that. You know, with car audio stuff, I've kind of been on the back burner with it. Been doing a little bit of computer stuff recently, and I forgot a switch. I forgot a switch, and Jake isn't going to let me forget it. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you for the pennies and getting Cookie Monster kicking over there. You know, it's Santa Claus is gone now, Cookie Monster. What are you doing? You guys got to derobe. Thank you so much, Jake. Appreciate all you guys tuning in with me tonight. All right, let me make sure all the other audio settings are good before we keep... Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. Wow. I'm like, what the heck? I did have the kids in here yesterday, and they were messing with things, pressing buttons. There's a lot of buttons over here to press, so maybe they did something here. Thank you for tuning in, Cedric. Appreciate you. Hope you've been well, man. And, you know, I want to go over a few things tonight, but at the same time, it's an open mic. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. I hope your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day was good. We got a little bit of snow today. Do some sled riding in the snow and then shake some snow off. You know, it's the fun thing to do. Appreciate you, Cedric. Thank you, Lethal 2878. Appreciate you tuning in. What is up, y'all? Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, TikTok is working. Facebook seems to be working. If you're on Facebook, say hello. Let's see here. All right, cool. I know we had El Fuego in here in the beginning. I don't see him again, but I'm glad to see his name pop up. Alabama DS, thank you for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I can't. One time I hear things and I'm like, you know, maybe it's a better thing I don't hear anything, because it's like hard not to say anything. But I got some plans in 2025, and yeah, they came to light yesterday, and other things too along that, and just, you know, all the new kicker stuff that's coming. The LX amplifier is just doing amazing on the analytics side of YouTube and Facebook. It's kind of crazy. And I'm going to do more short format like that. That's not too hard for me to do, especially with doing 2 live streams a week and Kicking It with Andy, which is an entire packed show of whatever guests or learning something car audio. The shorts definitely work, and I try to keep them high quality. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Basehead 30, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate all you guys. What's up? Let's do this, Garrick. Appreciate you, man. And I'm glad you guys make your Friday schedule around me a little bit here. And you tune in, you say hello. I appreciate you guys for that. And we have fun. Slaps. It slaps, or Slaps Audio. Yeah, sorry about the intro music. It's because I have the whole audio switcher in here, and so you guys can hear the fancy, you know, boom goes baba, all these fancy things in the Discord. I press one switch, and I forget to unswitch it, and then that happens. It happens. It needs more explodes. I think that's the problem. I mean, square waves, they do a little bit better on, you know, kickers, because they're square, right? El Fuego, hello to all the Living Loud with Andy crew. It's been a long road, but I am back. I missed you, El Fuego. I'm glad that you're here today, that you're feeling better, man. So happy for you. And whenever the radio goes silent, we get a little worried, and I was worried myself. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm glad you're here, man. Hope you've been well, and I hope your 2024, it's looking better now for 2025. I hope it is, man. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for being here, man. Again, sorry for the intro. Oh, man, you know, it's all right. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's offbeat now. Yeah, it was taking what I was streaming and then re-putting it back in there. Much more better now. Shoop Dog, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate ya from Wyoming. That's awesome, dude. I know you guys are all over the place, and I always think about, should I move the stream back a little bit? But, you know, when you're in the Pacific Northwest and you're out there, it's only 7 o'clock, so it works. Excuse me. Hey, I'm fine with Eclipse, man. I'm just saying. I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine with it, Alabama. Love to see the LX kicker. Oh, the L. Okay, the kicker. Mike. Oh man, he will go down in history for those kicker pasties, man. I don't think Steve Irby noticed him sitting in the Bronco with those, and if he did, I'm sorry, Steve. Oh, it's Double E driving in the coal listening to you. I appreciate you, Double E. Thank you for tuning in. And I just remembered you today. The holidays are done. I wanted to wait because I got to ship a lot of stuff overseas. And I wanted to wait until after the holidays because I worked UPS. Things get lost. Things get chucked. I wanted to wait because, you know, well, I don't think really price makes a difference, but just to make sure it got there, you know? And I got your stuff going and Titan Ross. I'm going to actually do that Monday or Tuesday, depending which day we have a snowstorm, Snowmageddon. So, yeah. I love the Discord. Discord is awesome. Hey, I'm fine with that too, man. I am totally fine with that. What do you think, Cookie? What do you think? Where are you going? Over here. There he is. Oh, yes, Cookie Monster. That's him, man. And we have fun here. Appreciate you for tuning in, Alabama. Let's see. Garrick says, my plans are to have a third and last final rebuild built by John Hart and the Audio Ace in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, I know John Hart, his build, I could hear that a mile away, man. And to have somebody help you out with a big build like that, or just anything, it's priceless. It really is, because you're going to be wasting time if you don't know what you're doing, just because, you know, you learn, but at the same time, you're spending a lot of money by learning, which is priceless in a sense. But at the end of the day, to help somebody just kind of show you, build it, put it together, design it for you, and then you just get to enjoy it. I don't know about you guys. I think that is like the main reason why we do this, to enjoy it. So if you can get there a little bit faster, I'm not complaining. Jake does eat his marinara with a spatula. Thank you for tuning in, Sean Lynn. What is up? Appreciate you for tuning in, guys. Since I can't leave stuff alone, I got new amps and sent you a picture, Andy. All right, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's see if it came through in time. I know Sean be throwing some stuff up ahead of time here, and I appreciate you guys for that. If you ever want to share anything on a Friday stream, the link is in the description below, and it'll say upload your photos here. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we got this one here. Is it Down for Sound amplifiers? Okay. Can I open this? No. I just want to make this big. I mean, I guess that works, but I'm not trying to do that. Give me 1 second here. Is it this button? Yeah, this is the button. All right, cool. So Sean sent me this here. There's the Down for Sound amplifiers, a JP3, and then the JP84. That's their new, I would say, full bridge design. I believe that's a full bridge design to be a 3K. And he's got the JL Tweak 88. That is awesome. And the wire management here is beautiful. I know I'm going to be showing off a lot of builds tonight. And, man, look at that. He's got the Kicker Q-Class L7. That looks like a 15. Maybe it's a 12. I'm not 100% sure. Ah, man. I want to say 12, but that might be a 15. That might be a 15, but a beautiful box. And I love it because it just looks clean. You know what I mean? It just looks super duper clean. Sub back, port back. It's going to sound good. And you still got your back seats. Kids can fit in the back. Groceries go right here. Moving on. And then we got the JP95 here with the oh my goodness. Southern Thunder, man. You're not going to see that too often anymore. That is awesome. I love the fuse block there that he has there for that. That is awesome. Okay. Man, you got all kinds of stuff back there. And you got some excess battery. Looks like an AGM battery back there. That is beautiful. And then here's another shot of is that a new DSP? I don't think that's a Tweak 88. What is that right there? I do not know what that is. And then there's that. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you for sending that to me, man. All right, cool. Let me pull this down here. All right, we're set. Thank you, Sean. And, you know, that's the thing with car audio or doing whatever you're doing. You're always going to want to tweak things. And it's just how it really is with life. It's kind of upsetting sometimes. It's like, man, I just want to try this now. I want to try this now. And it's hard. It's hard, but it looks beautiful, man. Thank you for tuning in, Basatronics, for 2025. You just got to look at it. We're definitely going to be looking at it. Thank you, Basatronics. Appreciate you. And yeah, we're going to be looking at it. We're definitely.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at it? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Cedric says, that video I sent you, can it be wired that way too? I do have my phone up here. Did you send it on text, Cedric? Basshead go boom. Appreciate ya. Evening, y'all. Love ya, man. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. You guys are awesome. I'm always on Discord with Andy, Jake, and Mike. I know we have fun. We have fun. I'm a YouTuber, says CAE. Facebook is for chumps. And, you know, I started at Facebook, you know, per se, and then I transitioned to YouTube, but I still kind of do both, and it's really hard. Facebook is an entirely different breed. It really is. It really is. YouTube, your kind of personality, you fit. You do. You really do. Mark Cage, thank you for tuning in. What's up, Andy? Appreciate you, man. Man, we got people tuning in on Facebook, and I know he posts a lot in Kicker Club. I know the name. Appreciate you for tuning in, dude. Oh, wait, I'm looking over here. I'm like thinking, okay, it's behind. You know, that was a sub flexing before. No, that was Kibo gifting 20 memberships. What?
Bass hitting hard. Yeah. Turn down for what? Okay. Yeah.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, Kibo, for gifting 20 Green Team memberships. Appreciate you for that, man. And again, sorry for the audio, but thank you for letting me know. I didn't know for sure what was going on. And as soon as you said something, I'm like, oh, I know what it is. Let me check. Oh, that's it. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? And would you look at the $20? Thank you so much for the Green Team gifted memberships. You guys get to be part of the Green Team, and you get fancy kicker emojis for a kicker-themed live stream. How cool is that? Thank you so much, Kibo. Appreciate you, man. And Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all you guys. And I hope your new year goes better than last year. You know, we say it every year, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes you turn the page and that page is better. Appreciate you, Kibo. Let's see. Dunny was alive when Australia Emu War happened. What are we talking about with the emus? What the emu? Thank you for tuning in, Blake. Appreciate you. Dub probably was one of the emus. I mean, I'm on board with that. I am on board with that. I am making my triumphant return in 2025, says Garrick. Fago, not El Fuego. Yeah, that LX3K doing some sweet numbers, man. And the efficiency is off the charts. And, I need to do it quick because I got things coming in 2025 with Cookie Monster, wink, big wink, and I want to dyno the Warhorse 3600.1 on my test bench to see the efficiency numbers, just because of how accurate the SPL lab is in calculating that. And yeah, to see the difference if it's any more or less efficient than the LX amplifier. I know Derek Big D, he does awesome amp dyno videos, and it's on par. But with the efficiency numbers, I feel like the SPL lab, it's a electronic device measuring it rather than a person looking at two different measuring devices and trying to average that. You know what I mean? To catch it right on that number might be off by 1% or 2. And when you're talking efficiency numbers, that's usually what it is, because amplifiers are anywhere from 70 to really, really good ones, 90% efficient. And I'm getting 90 to 93% efficiency on the LX 3000.1. And the Warhorse 10K that's sitting over there, well, actually, I moved it over there. No, I forgot I moved the Warhorse 10K. But now it is my desk. And it's perfect. It's literally the size of that. So now the Audio Sound 2000 sits right there. I sit right there, right beside the L7X, the Solo X, and I do some reading. I was doing some reading last night on the crossover, where if you have a crossover and you're trying to boost somewhere, just because, you know, whatever, might not do that at the certain frequency because of how the sound waves are creating nulls by the time it gets to your ear with how the speakers are positioned, the frequency, all that fun stuff. So, you know, it's just, there's a lot in that book. And yeah, I had to move the Warhorse just because, you know, I don't know, switch it up a little bit in here. Plus, it's a cool armrest, let me tell you. But the LX 3000, doing those kind of numbers of the efficiency, like I know Kicker's going to do rated. It's kind of, you know, oh yeah, but how much does it do rated and how efficient is it is the key. And with the price of that LX 3000, which we haven't heard yet, but I would have to guess around $1,000, since its counterpart was around that, the KX 2400, KXA 2400 as well. And people look at that price tag and they're like, well, I don't want to spend $1,000. All right, well, buy another amplifier and maybe not be as efficient. Now you need to spend another $200, $300 on a battery, and you might have still saved $200, but then how long is the reliability? So there's a lot of factors going into it, and that amplifier is the bee's knees. Basatronic says, I wonder what new stuff is coming for this year. The Sundown Gold was pretty cold, you know, and talk about gold member, you know, the log, he's making his own gold, Sundowns, because I didn't know Sundown Gold was actually a sub. Maybe that is, I missed that. I know he's working on the Inhuman. That thing is what, 120-pound motor. Like that is insane. Like that is insane. It's reminding me of like the jackhammer days, you know, like the race to the biggest woofer, you know. And I've always had that thought, like, why didn't Kicker do that? Like, why didn't Kicker make a 24-inch Solo X, you know, like the jackhammer? And there's reasons behind that, but still, you know, just to have something that big is and to design it and make it still do something, that is awesome. Kudos to Jacob, man. Mr. Fat Pat, I like the name, man. Can Kicker also be used for SQL and SPL? And I feel like SQL is such a word, like best. What is best? But at the same time, can they be used for an application that isn't just SQ, you know, where it's like, oh, it's just all about fidelity and nothing else, because it's really hard to do both. You can't have a lot of bass and have it sound really good as an SQ system. Like, you know what I mean? You're always trying to go into that middle and be balanced as much as you can, but not too far in the middle, or it's not going to do anything good. So yes, Kicker is literally that brand to do that amongst all their SKUs to a degree, and each one is going to skew one way or the other. Thank you, Mr. Fat Pat. Yes, because SDK has never seen a knife. Oh no. Oh, we got Mr. Kip Litzy up in here. I see him way over there in the recent chat. Appreciate you for tuning in, Kipster. Wyoming. Wyoming? What is a Wyoming? What is Wyoming?
0 ohm. No impedance level whatsoever.
I've heard a 0 ohm, not a Wyoming. But a Wyoming does make sense. A Wyoming doesn't make sense. It's probably got some kind of, I don't even know. How would that work? You're going to have to let me know, Jose. Brian Chamberlain, thank you for tuning in on TikTok, man. Oh, look, we got a few guys on TikTok here. We got Marcus on here and YouTube. Appreciate you guys. That is awesome. All right, so that is working. The JP amps are not even close to lasting a year. At the most, Scar amps last longer than them. Whew, that's a sentence. You know, I feel like literally you get what you pay for. And if you're not trying to get all the things you want, then you can save some money. You can. but then know that you might be needing that something that you should have paid for. Maybe that was efficiency. Maybe that was reliability. Maybe it was just quality of the sound. I don't know. It could be anything. And then you're going to be kicking yourself in the foot. So never cut yourself too short. And each amplifier that you just stated and brand, they have their own price category. And I feel like they fit that. Now, you don't want just one price of amplifiers and then whatever. No one's going to buy the crappy ones. You got to, you know what I mean? You need to have cheaper ones. You need to have more expensive ones, and they're going to have performance qualities. But appreciate you, Brian Chamberlain. I see you on YouTube, man, with the Sundown YouTube channel. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. I just went to listen to the intro and it was, I know, I'm sorry. I messed up. I messed up tremendously. Oh, goodness gracious. Thomas Buckler, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Should the Kicker Solo X12 be louder than the 15-inch Q-Class subs? Okay, that's a good question. You know, I would say... yes, of course, as always, depending, let me turn this fan up and getting hot in here. Depending the situation of what you're trying to achieve, but with the 12 having more excursion capabilities, you know, let's just get rid of physics. Let's just look at bore and stroke of, you know, how much displacement you have. And I guess you could kind of sort of calculate it by taking the square, the SD, like the effective cone area, and multiplying it by the excursion, and you get a number, and then you look at the Q class and its SD, its usable cone area, and multiply it by its cone travel, its excursion, and you could probably get some numbers that you could judge, and it's still never going to tell you the full story about what they're going to do and what they can do, depending their enclosures, depending their frequency. But if I were to guess, I still think that because the L7X has so much cone travel, I think it could still outperform a Q-Class L7, or yeah, Q-Class L, or yeah, well, it's a Q, so it's not round, so you got a lot more cone area. So that's a tough one. You know, I feel like the Q, in realistic terms of just putting it in your car, designing an optimal box for it, the 15 is going to be a lot louder on probably less power. One, it's a lighter driver. Two, it's more cone area. And, you know, just those factors alone. And then the L7X is less cone area, a little bit heavier, so it's going to take a little bit more power to get moving. Not a buku amount more, but more power. And you have less piston to work with, so you're going to have to move further to keep up with that. So I think that would probably be a pretty good race, to be honest. That's a good comparison. Now, if it was like the 12 QL7 or even like a round Q comp 15, then I feel like the L7X would have a, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like kind of like it would be probably easier to do better than the other one. But yeah, I feel like that's a dead race. That is definitely a dead race. And Garrick, thank you so much, man, with a $10 super chat. Appreciate all you guys. And it's Friday, and we're going to play this clip because CAE just loves this song so much. But thank you so much.
Friday,
and we got to get dancing.
Living loud on Friday. Andy and Cookie Monster, kicking. Friday, living loud on Friday. Andy's looking forward to the weekend. Kicking it, yeah. Kicking it, yeah. Everybody smash the like, living loud with Andy again.
Thank you so much, CAE, for making that song. I love it. And don't forget to smash the like. Appreciate you guys. And Garrick, I'm so excited. Next month, I'll be able to order my lithium battery banks from Isaac Daughtry. I know that guy. And Coventry Car Audio. Those guys are from Ohio. And that's awesome, man. Can't wait to see the progress pictures of everything coming along together for you. And lithium batteries, just that whole aspect of your system is the foundation of it. You don't have enough electrical, your amplifiers aren't going to be happy, and at the end of the day, your subs aren't, and neither are your ears. Thank you so much, Garrick, for getting cookie kicking. Appreciate you for tuning in. And how was the SmackDown tonight? How was it? Let's see. There's Marcus. All right, cool. So I'm seeing those there now. Cool. And Kip says, yes, if you have the power, the L7X12 will be louder than the Q Class 15. At low power, the Q will be louder. Bingo, bango. And I feel like that's where, Kicker has always performed better than other brands with that efficiency of not needing a ton of power to do something and then still not need a huge box to be able to perform and play lows. And the L7X, like we said earlier, is kind of like in that just tier of just ground pounding bass, but at the same time with that kicker efficiency sprinkled in. So it is a awesome driver. And oh man, if they only had an 18, they only had an 18. Oh my God, I got something in my eye. Thank you so much, Garrick. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And you just got to look at it, man. That's really all that you can do. Nom, 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 nom. Thank you, Basshead 30. Let's see those JP amps. Okay, I got that. Appreciate you again for Marcus tuning in on both sides. You ain't wrong. I upgraded 3 times in 2024, and I'm waiting for the 2025 Solo X enclosure release. And that, oh man, the quad box is the best kicker, if you want to call it a prefab. And now they just came out with 2, the single 12 and the dual 12 for the L7X, unloaded, but with just all the kicker curved corners and bracing and everything that the kicker quad box is, but for the L7X or X's. And I love that they made that for that, because the L7X is a woofer that's not going to fit in every prefab that you buy on Amazon, you buy at your local stereo shop. That Solo X has so much throw, somebody's going to throw it in a cheaper designed enclosure. Why not? When you buy one from Kicker, and it's going to sound good. It's a no-brainer, man, and that is awesome that they're doing that. And hey, it doesn't hurt, man. It's okay. You can upgrade here and there, and you know what? You might find use for it for something else. Mark Cage says, Happy New Year. Gonna put the finishing touches on the Blazer with the new Warhorses, but gonna start with putting an extreme build together in my Escalade, thinking of 12-inch Solo X12s and 12 Warhorses in a 6. Stay tuned. You know what? I got all these pictures loaded up, and we might as well share them here. Is this the channel? There we go. This is Mark Cage's build that he's talking about. And he has this on a bunch of CX-1800s, I believe. And he's going to be upgrading to the Warhorses in a 6, because that right there is a flat wall. And I believe in the B-pillar location, or maybe it's A-pillar. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's A-pillar. But either way, a band pass enclosure and a 6 windy build kind of deal thing. That's going to be awesome, Mark. And I appreciate you letting us know your progress on your build and just repping Kicker. Thank you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in tonight. All right, yeah, we are behind on the comments, but that is the point. So you guys have to stick around till I get to it. Then you can leave. In the last pick I sent over, JL Stealth Box, VX600 6, and an RD1000.1. Okay, I heard a lot about the Stealth Box Cornet, and it seems like it does its purpose. It really does, and, just for... I didn't mean to do that. If you don't want to, have a huge enclosure taking up your entire vehicle, you can get some bass. Let's see. Kipster, audio at full tilt boogie. We'd have it no other way, man. I sold my Q15 class subs for 2 Solo X12s, and the 15 was way louder. Than 2 Solo X12s? Okay, so maybe we're talking about the old school Solo X, or are you talking about the new, like what they have now, the L7X? This guy right here. Right there. Not this one. But either way, that QL15 That thing is a beast. I want one so bad, but they don't have them right now. I have a feeling they're going to come back. I mean, the Comp Q came back, but still, I want one just because. And they're awesome drivers. The Comp Q just round is amazing, and I could just imagine that design kind of aspect, but square. Sign me up. Maybe you just need a more power or a differently designed enclosure because, again, you know, you got different FSs, you got different weights, and like we said earlier, on more power, you know, the L7X is going to shine. It can handle more power, it needs more power, but it has a lot of throw to go alongside with that, so it's not like you're just throwing watts at it. Thank you, Mac, for tuning in. Appreciate you. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you, dude. How you been? Happy New Year. Cracker says, just pulled into the Ingalls gas station here in Northeast. Man, I am left field. Northeast, Georgia. And Andy turned down for what? They told me next time I pull in to please turn it down. Yeah, just tell them turn down for what? That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I could see the big windows in the front of the store shaking. Oops, your fault, Andy and Kicker. You know what, man? The whole basing in public, it could be either, usually it's frowned upon, and, you know, I catch myself doing it a little too often, not gonna lie. And, you know, 9 chances out of 10, it's like, you kind of have an idea of where to do it. Like, you don't pull up to your church playing, you know, I don't know, something. And, you know, or, I don't know, an old age home, you know, there are limits. But if it's like a shopping center, especially Walmart, you know, Walmart is like free reign. You pull up to Walmart, you can have 2018s in the back of your car. Just blare it. It's fine. Now, if it's Target, I wouldn't do it. Those Target moms are going to get very upset. Trust me, Kayla's one of them. But she's unique. Andy's intro hitting different on the Chinese version. Oh, no. Great efficiency, and that is the key. Fred, thank you for tuning in, man. And I'm sorry I'm behind on all the comments here. First time viewer here, I had a question. Have you heard about the Kicker Street Series? If so, what's your opinion on the 9-inch driver, and are they loud? Would you recommend them for mid-range? Oh my God, amen. Yes, brother. They are the truth of just like pro audio style, being loud, and yes, a mid-range driver. And yes, they kind of suck to just put in your car. You have to build custom doors, go to customspeakerpods.com, stuff along those sides, because one, they're square, and two, they're pretty big, the 7 and the 9. And I have both. I got all the Street Series when it came out. I was super excited about it because I wanted to put L7Ts in my door, and then those came out. I'm like, that's way better. That's way better. For the mid-range, you walk 30 feet back, and it just sounds like you got some headphones on, man. And, you know, obviously with all the other speakers, because they don't just do everything. You know, they play 80 hertz to 3K to 4K, depending the size. So, but still, like, that's where you kind of want it to be loud to keep up with that bass. And then the super tweeters, the ST 1.5 and 1s, to just balance that whole top end out. And then you can do other stuff to get the ranges below, guess 40 hertz. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate you. And I can't give anything 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 does not exist, but the next number below that. Let's see. Didn't see you in. Kip is here, and we just got a $20 gifted membership from Dean. Happy New Year, Dean.
Bass hitting hard. Yeah, yeah. Turn down for what? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
A difference maker indeed, and same thing with Dean here. Thank you so much, Dean. Appreciate you. I hope your New Year's and Christmas were good, and thank you for tuning in and supporting tonight and keeping those Green Team members coming, man. All you guys that gift the Green Team memberships, there's actually a little race down below you there. That's what's scrolling on the bottom there, and there he is right there, just me, 175, and I appreciate all the gifting you guys do, and it brings more people to the channel. I've seen a lot more new people here, a little bit more often than usual, I would say, tonight, which is good. And I'm trying some other things. If you notice, the thumbnail's the same. I'm trying something, but I know you guys tune in anyway, regardless of the thumbnail. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much, Dean, and appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me see. Let me pull this back so I can pull my audio up there. Good, good, good. And if you notice there's no background music, I'm trying something else as well. If you see an ad, I'm sorry. If you see an ad, I'm sorry. I'm just trying new YouTube stuff. Only way I'd get a sub that heavy is if I could bribe somebody with a couple beers to break their back. And that's the thing, man. You get a woofer that big. Like, I'm worried about whenever the 18s do come out, because we know Steve said it, we know Kicker has mentioned it, that the Solo X18 is coming back, right? And yeah, to put those in a, I don't know, like any kind of wall configuration and, you know, sliding them in there, not breaking your fingers. I don't know if everybody has handled a Solo X12 or, you know, whatever. They're pretty heavy. You know, and I can imagine the 18 is probably going to be a little bit heavier. And even the Solo X18 behind me is no paperweight. And yeah, you need a buddy. You need a buddy. I've been lucky with Cookie Monster. I slide it on the shag and drop. It's okay. My back is still hurting, but I'm fine. You know, I'm not killing myself. But there are friends that I can bribe for that. They are great friends. Thank you, Blake, for tuning in. Hit the like, people. You just gotta hit the like. Just smash the like. Man, we got 46 people in here tonight. Appreciate you. You know, I will never forget the guy that just said, oh, there's 30 people tuning in every time. You know what? Those 30 people are what built this channel and then some. And it keeps a platform open for people that just want a quick answer. They're scrolling on YouTube and they just see a big L7X and this guy's live talking about car audio, and they may happen just get into it, and this platform is just here. And everything else that we do when it's not just Friday and just having fun, it's the biggest blessing, man. El Fuego, that is awesome. Where is El Fuego? Yep, that Comp Q15i1 on Unmasked is hitting hard. And you know what? Speaking of that Comp Q15, there it is, El Fuego. Would you look at that? And of course, installed by your truly, Cornet. And it's beautiful, and I can't wait to hear that, El Fuego. I can't wait to hear it. And I love the grill. Like, it just goes. It just goes with the enclosure. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I sound like one of those infomercial people, you know? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I do. I do love it. And love you too, El Fuego. Good day, Kippa. Good day. 3 vertebrae after loading. The only show that you can come to and has a full room of trolls. And that's how it started. I mean, it really did. It really did. And you guys are still here, still trolling. It's all right. Alex got the kicker clock made. He made the kicker clock. And I had a video because Bubba sent me an L7 to... let me move down here. There's the kicker clock there if you guys are sleeping under something. And made a video about how to do that. It's on a short. And I'm glad I did that. He made a post on Kicker Club. How do I do that? I'm like, well, you just got to look at this. You just got to look at this. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you tuning in. And that is awesome to hear, man. Holy crap. I'm glad. I am glad. CAE says, yes, your sound wave can be out of phase at your listening spot. You can often fix it with flipping phase, but often you may need to flip the phase only at a specific frequency on an all-pass filter. You know, right, and that's why I hate all-pass filters, you know, just because, lots of reasons, but, right, you know, and I feel like you're always going to have different nulls because a car is so small and just where you have to put the speaker where you can't just move it anywhere. But that's why you see people build up their doors. They build up their A-pillars. They put speakers in air vents. They get creative to be able to build a sound stage as accurate as they can, because there are going to be nulls. But if you position it, I don't know, right on access to your face, maybe it's a little bit easier. And even that has its cons as well. And I don't know enough about that to get into that, but I would love to hear, and I still love to hear from people that explain that stuff without it going way over my head, because it can get very complicated. But right, man, you know, and that's why, DSPs do only so much, but they are a nice thing to have. Kip says, yes, welcome to 2025, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today, Kip. Appreciate you. Love you, man. And give Kip a little elbow nudge, right? He deserves it. Appreciate you, Kip. Appreciate you. Oh, we got to play it. There we go.
Full Tilt Boogie.
Always forget about that. You need that. You need that. It's going Full Tilt Boogie. We got 40-80 guys still in here. Only 31 likes. Smash the like. What are you guys doing? Come on, man. Come on. When will we see a Solo X18? Man, you know, I would guess you would see one in person at Slamology 2025. As long as Slamology happens, you will see one at Slam. That's all I'm saying, Justin. That is all I'm saying. I would say soon. I would say soon. It's hard to fight the natural width path link in a car. 200 to 300. See, that's what I mean right here. It's stuff I don't know. And yes, 200 to 350 hertz is a problem area. Center consoles affect that too. And, you know, I've always noticed that 200 to 350 hertz range, I am pulling down in the car because it kind of, I know with some songs it pulls way too much, but other songs I'm like, I don't really need it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like not washing it out, but it is, you know, you know, that, and then like 1 to 2,000 hertz on certain speakers, I got to pull down because my ears are very sensitive. Everybody's ears are sensitive around that range. 1,000, 4,000, 5,000. The normal range of vocals. And yeah, I believe you on that, Kip. I definitely believe you, sir. Kip-olicious. Thank you for tuning in, Bobby.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
I almost forgot. I almost forgot. Why do I feel like we're like too far up here? Are we too far up here? Maybe we need to go this way, this way, this way. I don't know. This way. Something like that. All right. According to Basehead Almanac, anything imported is going to get much more expensive in 2025. And I know everyone's saying that, and that's just like the weatherman. I'll believe it when I see it, and everything's going to go up, you know, and that's just inflation, the economy. Yeah. Yep. CM Enclosures, thank you for tuning in. He says hello to Dobby. Garrick for the win. Okay, Solo X18 is coming soon. He says soon. That's a wink right there. That is a wink. I see it. Would you look at that? I'm excited, you know, just to the point where I don't have to keep running a driver that is, let's think here, 2007, 13, 2025, 18 years old. That is a blessing. You know, it's just old technology. It's an awesome driver. But to keep going to Slamology, and I'm on one woofer. You know, it's one and done, man. I mean, they do have drop-ins, and I think I'm on my last one, but still. And I don't feel like reconing any of them anymore, just because maybe for an extra down the road, but not to just be like, I need it for Slam. To run their new stuff, and I mean, the 10, the 12, the 15 is sitting over there. It still doesn't have a home because my Volvo isn't done yet, which I need to go down to Kevin Hunter's. I let him go. Holidays. But still, you know, and I could just, I seen what the 12 does in Kayla's car. And the 15, I'm just looking at it. Like, the thing is massive. The thing is really massive. And I was looking at it yesterday, I think. Like, I was taking a good look at it. Yeah, we got a new guest here. We got Vaporeon, OG water Pokemon. And, but that's a 12 and that's 15. And you can just see the size difference. And I was just imagining what the 18 would look like over there. You know what I mean? Like, in order. And I'm like, yeah, that thing's going to be massive. That thing is definitely going to be massive. And I am excited to see what they got coming down the road with everything else, man. With everything else. Sounds like an SDK mix. Kip, that's why I roll with a front sub in a sealed box, tuned to about 90 hertz and up. I roll with a front sub in a sealed box, okay, to help get, I've never done it. I seen SQ guys do that a lot of, like literally having a subwoofer in the front of the car. And I could just imagine the tuning issues with that, or just, it's literally the opposite effect. But at the end of the day, you're trying to get maybe a little bit more of that higher bass, like low mid range, like above what my, probably, yeah, still below what my voice plays, because just wasted information here. Just on the top end, can't play below it. Sounds like an SDK mix, battery banks in boot caps, ultra caps. Andy, delete this. What am I deleting? Oh, that. Yeah, I should delete that. Giggity goo. Good. We have new women's championship. That build is awesome. All right, cool. Let me pull up some of the other builds, because that's why I had these all up here. All right. Can I zoom in on here? All right. No, too much. There we go. All right, cool. I'm just throwing up every single kicker build of the week. This post went kind of crazy on Kicker Club, and I have to do it every year. Just showcase every kicker build of the week. We do it every week. If you got a kicker build, just post it in Kicker Club. That's all you have to do. Love this build, 3 L7X12s. I know we switched it out by now, but a beautiful build back in January. Kicker Comp Golds with CX 1800.1, and I think that's a 360.4 beside it. But beautiful build with the Kicker Comp Golds. Love it. L7X with the limitless lithium Cyber 12K. And I love the plexiglass that they have above that. Super duper clean. We got Kicker L7s with JLs. I know, JLs, but man, it just looks clean. Just look at that. Look at that build. That looks like it was built in the car. You know what I mean? You bought it, you drove it off the lot. It had that kicker system in there. I love this one because it's an L7X. It's a Solo X, but like the box. I don't know. I just like it. Look at that logo. Just look at that logo. That's a big logo, and we love big logos around this area here. Needed a break. Now, this is a blow-through with L7X15s in here. That is awesome. I've thought about, the truck build. I see a lot of people do it, but I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, there's no point of a truck. But if that's the only car you got, and he doesn't have much space back there, you got to do that. And I bet you that thing rocks. Now, this build right here, I threw this up because RVH, love you, RVH. He said, love it, super clean. Let me move this down so you can see that there for a second. He said, love it, super clean. Definitely build of the week material, RVH. And this was build of the week material. Just take a look at this, man. Like, the enclosure is just literally a U. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shape. And I love that. Just, I'm sure it's more than just for looks. To gain that, airspace that you need. Beautiful, beautiful enclosure. And there's Mark's build that we showed earlier. Amazing, amazing. Got the Street Series 9s we were talking about. These look like the L7T8s. Yeah, those are the L7T8s, I believe. But just loaded, firing in, sealed enclosure. Beautiful. Here's a Mustang. I know, what was it? I think Bill took a look at this one. He's like, oh, look at that. And yes, just clean. And of course, Oklahoma. Now, this guy, I know he switched his build multiple times here, and this time he built a wall. This is in a Nissan 350Z, and that's an L7X15 right there. And yes, same. I thought about doing that with Cookie Monster, but I'm like, I kind of like the sub-up port back and just that whole feel, yeah. Flat walls are hard to get loud. This was Kicker Build of the Week. And it was on April 1st. I mean, the king of the streets, the Kicker King Box. It's still coming. It says 2024. I think it's 3024. That's when it's coming. But that thing is awesome. And what's funny? They made the L7X enclosure, but for the 12. And, I lost something there. I don't know why I lost that. There we go. We still getting comments? Yeah, we're still getting comments. Good, 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 good. Appreciate you, Stuart. Good evening, Andy and Green Team. Here's to 2025 to make it even louder. Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate you. I hope you've been well, man. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Let's get through a few more of these. And this build was awesome. This is in a, looks like a station wagon. I did it up for this guy. And yes, 3 L7X15s. Not a finished wall, but still, and that's something you got to think about whenever you build a wall. You have to have that sealed off. Otherwise, you're going to have some canceling waves, and you might even be better firing it to the back if you're not going to seal it off like that. In a lot of cases, it might be louder, which is kind of crazy. You wouldn't think that would be the case, but physics will physic. And then this build right here, man, just kicker. I think those are Comp VRs and just a bunch of CX 800s or 400.1s. Either way, just look, I like it. It looks like it's not like that clean, but it looks like it has a purpose. Every wire has a designated route, and everything has, you know, each amp for each sub and the capacitor. I like it. I really do. And this was just before Kyle even finished his build. He just laid it out and told us to look at all them L7Xs, and we took a look at them. Wasted Information build is an amazing build. There's Mr. El Fuego's Kicker Comp Q, and this one was nice. I like it. It's got like the suede with L7 QL7s, and it looks like Kicker DS 6.9 6x9s in the top. I just love that plush look, man. And then the port to go with it. These guys put a lot of effort into their systems, man. They really do. And this one here, 6L715s, 6 order. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. That is awesome. Now, this one is kind of crazy. 2 Kicker quad boxes in the same car. Yes. And people were saying it's not a build. It's a build. It's a build. I would put 4 quad boxes in my car if I could just fit them all. You know, come on, man. Kicker L7Q 12s here. I love that wedge box. Super clean in a Yukon. And then this one right here, just clean. I think those are the Comp. I don't know if those are the Comp R8s. Yeah, this might just be the Comp R8s. Beautiful. I mean, all these builds are sick, man. These are Kicker builds of the week. Just showing them off, man. Love the dedication you guys throw in that group. If you're not in Kicker Club, you're sleeping under a rock, man.
Sounds like a cool club.
Yeah, it is. It is a cool club. Clubs are cool.
And Slamology, of course. Every single build. Oh, I'm covering myself. There's Cookie Monster down there. There's Wasted Information. Man, just awesome Kicker builds. If you've been at Slam, you've seen them. This guy's 2 L7X15s in the back of his trunk. Just look at that. I love the stickers. You know, it's just that makes that box look 3-dimensional. Like, it just makes it look, even though those are 2 different boxes. Believe it or not, those are 2 different enclosures to slide in there. And honestly, that's pretty smart to fit them in a trunk, because otherwise, good luck fitting a dual 15 box into that opening of the trunk. That's pretty tough. And this one here, just a sick design, just with like the engraving or I guess that's engraving with plexi. Beautiful. L7X12s, I believe. Kicker Comp Qs. I love the combo. The white car, white box, clean. It just doesn't get cleaner than that. Now this one hit home. Solo X18s. Looks like a flat wall, and then the top of the port is like, it's got a mesh on it. And I think people did that more so back in the day. And also it helps, like, if you get a grocery bag in your port, good luck. Sometimes it wraps around the motor. That's never fun. Now this build right here, I think these are just the 12s, I believe, or maybe they're the 15s. Let me see. Let me take a look at them. I want to say those are the 12s. Yeah, those got to be the 12s. But either way, in a hatchback, sub up, port back, beautiful. And then we got L7X. I think those are 12s as well, but 4 of them in a blow through. Those might be the 15s. Those surrounds are looking pretty beefy, man. Just look at them surrounds. Just look at them. I love looking at the Kicker L7Xs, man. They are easy to lay your eyes on. And this guy's enclosure designs are amazing. He throws them up all the time at Kicker Club. I just love that splash look, man. It brings out the box. It really does. More L7Xs with the Apocalypse Defmons amplifier, and that's just a trunk build firing into the car. I love it. It pops. it pops. Now this build is different. Don't get me wrong. You know, it looks different. Entire front of the build is plexiglass. How crazy is that? The entire front thing is plexi. I love it. I truly do. And of course, the quad box, not my quad box, another guy in there, and competing in the lanes and taking home wins, man. And if you ever competed with the kicker quad box, you'll do very well, as long as you don't live in Pennsylvania where they're really, really loud, but you still do okay. You know, for a prefab, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's like, wait, you didn't build the box yourself? No, that's the one I bought from Kicker. Yep. And this one is amazing. I think 10. Yeah, 10 Kicker 12s, or those 10s. Those are 10s. You could just tell by looking at them, and then also the surrounds are a little bit beefier on the 10, and just like that space around that solo is how you tell if it's a 10, 12, or 15, or just by looking at it. But beautiful builds, old school Kicker. Love it, man. Man, we still got more to go. Kicker comp golds from back in the day, man. I know he fixed that port eventually. He re-uploaded that. Old school L7s. I love these ones right here. You know, just the color. The color scheme is amazing. And then over here, we got some of the KMC cans. Warhorse 3600.1, L7Xs, 212s. And I think that's a sealed box, don't get me wrong, but I honestly think it would probably sound pretty good in a sealed box with that kind of Jeep where it's going to be wide open. I don't know. That's my opinion on it. Old school Kicker, man. Just look at that. Just look at that. That's not Cookie Monster, is it? What the heck kind of... The yellow Cookie Monster, a Kicker Cookie Monster. Maybe he's yellow. And there we go. There is Marks again. And there are his amplifiers. This guy always wins Kicker Build of the Week. I mean, he keeps changing it. He keeps throwing up new pictures. People keep liking it. People love the L7Xs. And I can't wait to see what else they got coming alongside with the 18. Whenever that comes, it'll be great. And yes, more L7X15s. More. And this build is awesome. Local guy. And man, Steve, he does awesome work. And just look at those comp cues, man. Just look at them. Just look at them. There's some L7s. They got the blue stitch, but we got the KXA amplifiers. And this one right here got a just a regular sub-forward port up in a pickup truck. And then here's some Kicker comp cues. He upgraded from that enclosure. I remember his post. He upgraded from that enclosure and built that one. See, that's the problem when you buy those prefabs. Look how small that one is. And then this one is Kicker spec. Probably on the large side, but still. Like, you know, when people say, I'm not getting enough out of my Kicker system. You know, maybe that's why. And this right here is, I think, a 6 order of some kind. And with 3 L7X12s. That's Gary's. And then, let's see, we got L7X12s, I believe, in here. And then there's the ST9 or 7s right there. That's the 7. And, you know, you can do that. My buddy John did that. You just slide them in the door. I mean, they technically don't need an enclosure. They just need a baffle. And they definitely rock. And here's just an L7X with a Warhorse. Not installed, but, I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see it. And I think this is the last one right here. That guy that just builds these beautiful enclosures. I can't remember his name, but I just know every time, man. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. My switcher okay. It's kind of glitching on me over here. It's glitching just a little bit. But I wanted to show those, just all those builds to you guys, man. Everybody that posts in the Kicker Club, love you for it. And appreciate all you guys here tuning in tonight. And hope we get kick off this just 2025 in style, man. TW3 from JL is a great driver. I know JL does make some really good stuff. And if you say they don't, they're lying. They're lying to you. Let's see. All right, let me try to catch up here. I love my hatchback. You need a clip of Patrick Star says when somebody says, look at it. Patrick. Ah! Hey, SpongeBob. Patrick Star. Those L7Ts look cool. Maybe I'll get one for the wife's car. They are awesome, you know, and they're just a shallow square Kicker driver. Christian Shadow. Sorry, Facebook. Yeah, I don't know if people stick around that long on Facebook, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. We just finished putting in an 8-inch in my front doors thanks to Eduardo at Techno Express. Everybody needs in the front doors. And yeah, man, you know, whenever you get that front stage to keep up with a bunch of bass, goes a long way. I'm telling you, whenever I switch from the Kicker, what was it? Not the KXA, the 6x9s to the Street Series, night and day. I mean, the 6x9s, any Kicker coaxial component sounds amazing, but the output, like I could tell it sounded a little different. Not gonna lie to you, in the beginning, after tuning, it's hard to tell, but you know, you could just tell that they're two different things. And the Pro Audio drivers are designed to be loud and ear-piercing through bass and also sound good. You know, there's some Pro Audio drivers that just don't sound good either. The biggest troll fan of them all. Been here a while. Hello, Andy and everyone. Thank you for tuning in. The Daily Bench. Appreciate you. Hope you've been well, man. Appreciate all you guys tuning in here with me tonight. Let's see. It's one reason why I'm sticking with 20 SQ. 25 pounds is plenty. I don't know, Blake. I seen them arms. I think you could definitely lift some 100-pound subwoofers. Definitely, you definitely could. All right, let's see. Oh, 8's in their doors, in my opinion. Thank you for tuning in, Christian. Put the smack down on the like button. That's all you got to do. We need Slamology to happen. I'm waiting on that too, man. I seen another post about it. Holidays are over, so things are going to start getting into gear. We'll get there. We'll get there. I do need to message him. Thanks, Andy, for showing off the Coronut Comp Q 15 box. I got you, El Fuego, and appreciate you tuning in. I missed you, man. I truly did, you know. And I know all the guys did too, and it's just the community that we built here is unreal. Love you, El Fuego. Kip says, all pass filters specialize and allow you to adjust a phase of just a particular band of frequencies and not affecting everything else above or below it. Right. Low pass, high pass, low pass. Just think of it the opposite way of what you're trying to cut. But right. Yeah. I don't know if, you know, you can just, I mean, if you had the right Q factor, what is it? A perfect Q factor? Yeah. A perfect Q factor. Then you can isolate certain frequencies. But I think that would take a lot of time, and would it be worth it, Kip? Let me know. IC probably requires some testing equipment, then Cornut on his way. I don't see Cornut, or he's in the bushes. He likes to hide in the bushes. John, thank you for tuning in. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy birthday, buddy. He just turned 29 again. Thank you for tuning in, man. Better late than never. It's all right. You are late. We start at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, just in case you forgot that. This guy works way too hard, and I mean, it was just his birthday, so he was probably out partying. Maybe he took the day off, and Paula said, that's all right. You don't need to come in today. And yeah, he needs it. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys know literally on a live stream, and I already talked to Donnie about it. And soon as he has all his eggs in one basket, he's coming on the show. I don't know if we're going to beat it to the punch to like a Facebook post of like what Slamology would post on their page. I don't know, you know, but either way, we're going to be literally talking about it. As soon as he's ready, I'm just bringing him on like, all right, this Friday, let's do it. Let's do it. And, or Tuesday. It might fall on a Kicking with Andy. We just talk about Slamology. I mean, he's been on Kicker Unmasked how many times? And Kicker has been a show sponsor for Slamology since day one. I mean, it's literally bread and butter, man. You know, it just goes together. And I can't wait to see what they've come up with for Slamology. And I'm excited, man. I want to make my wife's car sound better. I'm thinking about getting one of the Key 200s and running the front stage active. Should be a nice upgrade on stock speakers, right? And you could, right? Because the Key 200.4, the 180.4, you know, yes, they're like 50 watts, but that's like at the 10% THD and just like how head units rate them. So they're a little bit less power than your regular like 360.4, which is like what, you know, 30 or 60 watts, 60 watts. Yeah, I'm thinking of the 250, 60 watts per channel. It's a little bit less, but for stock speakers, it probably would still be okay. You know, you're still getting to that point where manufacturers of a car design it and they put a radio on there. It's probably like 5 watts, you know, so you're putting a lot on there, but you're still going to benefit at low volumes with the Kicker DSP because it can tell what size speakers on there and, you know, adjust accordingly. And that is the whole point with the key amplifiers. They are awesome. Just take a good look at it. That's all you got to do at the end of the day, period. 10 and 10 in the face, old gold face Kicker lettering with a new style twist. Yeah. Thank you, Cracker. Appreciate you, sir. It's getting Kippalicious in here. Oklahoma or bust, says Kyle. Sean says, I could teach you stuff about diesel performance all day, but I'm no expert in the 12-volt world. And you know what? I felt a lot like that recently. Fixing that computer over there, wiping the hard drive, uploading Windows on a USB, just doing all that, fixing the wires on the graphic card, adjusting things, and just, you know, messing with the DDR4 stuff, you know, the RAM, you know, yes. And I feel you on that. We all have our expertise and we all have our side hobbies and our other side hobbies. And then the other side hobby we don't tell our significant other about. You know what I mean? And it just because she get mad, you're spending too much money already. And yes, it's all right, John. It's all right. Love that. Physics will physics. And physics will physics. And that's it, man. It gets in the way every time. And it, yes. Yes. Thank you for being here, CAE. 2 quad boxes standing on a side facing each other, ports in the rear. You know, I feel like, yeah, it'd probably work just because you think about it. You would have, it's like having like maybe like a 6 order and the ports are coming around and then you got your subs in front there. So I feel like it would work. But maybe to be the loudest, if you can put them beside each other, both firing up, or maybe flip them, have them firing opposite ways. Yeah. And then port back. I don't know. I feel like it might be louder that way if you got enough space on the sides. And that's the only way to find out is to test it. That is it. That is it. I should rebase Africa by Toto. Don't do it. Too many people. There are so many rebase songs of Africa, and some of them are okay, some of them are great. Any song but that song. It's a good song, though. It's a good song. It's a good song. Let's see. Let's check these comments. Andy, I sent you a DM. Where did you send it? We got lots of avenues here. Why is that not working? I'm trying to pull up Facebook here. Bobby just wanted me to look at this. He said, would you just look at that? That's his old Cookie Monster from back in the day. He's still cookieing on him. He's still cookieing on him. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for the Christmas card. Thank you for always being here, dude. The Bongo Man in September is great. Pink Floyd, rebase 100 shots. Blake is a Diddy. Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't. There we go. Now we got some normality here. Cornut, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for all that you do. Cornut. Uh-oh. Now we got the dynamic duo in here. Uh-oh. 2.0. 2.0. Bass Accord, thank you for tuning in on TikTok. I see you there, man. And we are live on TikTok now. And just because. Appreciate you. And this guy, he actually goes live on TikTok as well. Does kind of something similar here, you know, Q&A, car audio stuff, you know. And appreciate you tuning in here tonight, man. And keep basing on, as Parker would say. Keep basing on. I love the Stay Living Loud. Like that's my thing, but not everybody runs Kicker, so it's like kind of like, you know, like Stay Living Loud. They're like Sundown. I'm like, okay, moving on. But yes, yes, appreciate you, sir. We have been live way too long, and you guys are still here. No, not yet. I was just talking about that, man. We will have Donnie Bab on the show, so make sure you just tune in. and check out YouTube. Check out YouTube, man. I'm telling you, notifications way better on YouTube. TikTok, I don't do it enough. I just throw random stuff on TikTok. Sometimes it does all right, but I figured, why not? We can do it, and we can pull the comments. Anyone else that does Restream or Streamlabs, they can't pull comments on TikTok. We can do it. Why not? And there he is, the man, the myth, Wade Hensley. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Thank you for all that you do. And I hope your New Year's was good. I hope everyone's New Year's was good. We had fun. You know, we didn't do anything too crazy. I thought I was going to save, you guys probably already seen it on Facebook. I don't need to show it here. But, you know, our New Year's celebration, it was great. Just hanging out with the kids. And thank you for sending 4 roses. I think that equivalates to a cornet.
Cornet. He does traveling installs.
Or we could throw this.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael!
Eddie.
He is making it rain with them roses. Thank you so much, Bass Chord. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're sticking with that. Rain with the roses. Oh, I love it. Oh, yes. Oh, I love you, Wade. We got the Ohioans. The Ohioans in here. Lima. All right. Nah, thank you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, dude. Yeah, go check them out. TikTok. I mean, you just got to look at it, okay? You just got to look at it. And appreciate you tuning in here tonight. We're hardcore, Andy. We go long. Just keep it rolling, man. You know, hardcore, like hardcore stereo. Yeah, I believe it. But at the same time, we do have a Discord after party. And we have that's like a triathlon. You know, you don't know how long you're going to be running for it. You just know you're running. But with the live stream, it's like hour and 15, hour 30 max. Cut. Just because you guys take time out of your day, and I don't want to keep you here all night. And people, they be going crazy over that caboose, man. It gets insane, and I know you know all about that. And Cornut's been sitting in the bush. He's like, come on, man. Just end it already, Andy. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. And then you guys come in for the steal. Oh, man. The LX does not have the EQ capability, auto EQ, like the Key. No. And, you know, with the LX amplifier, you know, with its, because I have not seen in person the features. I have the mono, so I don't have the little like separate like adjuster, but I heard that it only does so many things, you know, with adjustment and stuff. And it's not like, you know, a DSP, but there's DSP built into it, so you can make those adjustments, you know, and just other factors, you know, the Q factor, and just, you know, adjusting crossovers and amplitudes and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm sure it does even more, but I'm going to have to just take a look at it. See, we already got viewers dropping 42. These guys know that the show ends, and I can't make them wait too long. They have they moved Slamology? I'm going to have to put on the top of the screen here. No word on Slamology yet. To be determined. You know, I'm excited. I know some people were already talking about not being able to call off for work. I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. But if you don't have a location yet, you don't have a location yet. That's my thing on it. Or it's just not set up yet, and they have to make sure all their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted. You know, just everything legal, because I did small car audio shows, and I had to talk to a lawyer and have them sign paperwork and all that other fun stuff just to have a car audio show legally. You know, it's stuff you got to do, man. You got to do. Yeah, Discord, it's like, how long can you go? How long can you go? How long can you go on the Discord after show? Yeah, I can't caboose tonight. It's all right, CAE. I appreciate all your gifted memberships, all your support, man. You guys are awesome. Cornet's like, I got it. It's all right. You know what? It's like the, you know, Chiefs going into the Super Bowl. You don't want to be that guy playing. You know what I mean? Just let them win. Just let them win. I don't know why, but I'm listening. I love listening to this song, Loud Shapes in the Spray Song by Klangophonics. Never heard of it. I'm going to have to listen to it. I do need more sound quality oriented, high fidelity, remastered soundtracks that are good. And man, if we could have a playlist of that, I would put it on, I guess you could put it on the website. I think I can do that. That would be cool. You know, just so that you can find it. You could do it on YouTube too, but then people are just going to listen on YouTube, and that's not really the best thing to do. But either way, a playlist nonetheless with just that, bass tracks, all that fun stuff, man. Jake and Mike, I'm ready, guys. Gonzalez Comp Qs or at Gonzalez Comp Q or the Golds. You know, I'm going to go Comp Q just because it's just a higher performance driver. It might not be as efficient as the Golds, but that's a tough one. I like the Golds. I really do. I just think they're in a different weight bracket, if that makes sense. Oklahoma for Slamology. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'll just move there then. That would be just, you know, the nail in the whatever the metaphor is. Nail in the casket. Just moving to Stillwater. I mean, Slamology, same place. Thank you, El Fuego. Appreciate you. Special thanks to Cornut for his support and build skills. And we all love Cornut. He does amazing skill work with just his installs and even his discount shopping and all the other stuff he does in the background that we just don't always hear about. And it's always the little things. But thank you, El Fuego, for giving him the shout out. And El Fuego, appreciate you so much. And I'm going to let you guys go. I love you so much. I'm not going to keep you here all night. We got an after party to go to. And Tuesday, Kicker Unmasked. Yes. Yes, there's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. I will see you guys there and on the after show. So make sure you tune in. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to find out. And appreciate you guys watching. And as always, stay living loud. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy New Year. Do it, Jeff. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Here comes the caboose. Eric's throwing some pennies around, making it rain. I'm glad El Fuego is home. I am so glad. I don't know. Will he? Maybe. Maybe not. And I still need to put mine in a properly sized enclosure. And even with it being in one, it's not. Oh my God, he is fat. Like, that is cheating. That is cheating, Cornbread. That is cheating. Soon as I'm done. I am done. 2025. Thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you coming in there. And then Wade's trying to throw a $2 super chat. You can't stop the train. Oh, yes, but I think Cornut's going to take this one.
He does traveling
25.
installs.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, no. SDK says caboose, baby. Cornet's like rigged. Rigged. I don't know, man. We're going to have to give it to Cornut. That 2025 and that timing was impeccable. You can't write that stuff. And let's crank up the background music. I know this song's not copyright. And I will dance and see you guys. No, we're not dancing with that. We're dancing with this. There we go. There we go.
Living loud on Friday. Andy and Cookie Monster. Kicking.